Remember, if you like the content, hit that like and subscribe button. Also follow us at TheMandatory TKO. This is the fight that I've been waiting for, Bryan. The co-main on this card, Zhilei Zhang is a minus 230 against Joseph Parker, who's a plus 180 straight up on the money line. Who do you got for this one?
I've already taken Zhilei Zhang to win by knockout. Joseph Parker got flatlined by Joe Joyce. Zhilei Zhang knocked out Joe Joyce twice. Boxing math doesn't always work this way. I do think that it happens this time. At the risk of being too high on Zhilei Zhang, because sometimes guys have a moment and then you prop them up after a couple fights, they go on a run, and then runs end, especially with later fighters. Like shit happens. Ray Beltran went on a run at one point, and then that got derailed emphatically. I believe by Jose Pedraza actually. Like it just kind of happens in this sport from time to time. Joseph Parker, another guy. Speaking of too much credit, yes, he boxed well against Deontay Wilder, but Deontay Wilder clearly just kind of let that happen. I'm not saying he dove or gave up the fight on purpose, but like he just didn't let his hands go at all and made it very easy for us to give Joseph Parker a lot of credit for outboxing Deontay Wilder, which Deontay Wilder's been outboxed by the majority of his opponents. He finds you. He just didn't find Joseph Parker. So he kind of let him get away with one. I think Zhilei Zhang is not going to make that mistake because he will find Joseph Parker, who isn't that hard to find, if we're being honest. And Zhilei Zhang, who is on the tear right now, the second knockout for Joe Joyce was like, it scared me a little bit. I was like, Jesus Christ. I didn't think Joe Joyce was going to go down like that. And this is Joe Joyce, who's somebody who like had an almost legendarily granite chin before Zhilei Zhang caught him multiple times. And the first time, I don't even think he dropped. I don't recall him dropping Joe Joyce. I think he just stopped him. But the second time, he almost decapitated him with a knockout of the year candidate type of knockout. So I think Zhilei Zhang ultimately gets this stoppage. I believe when I hit that, it was plus 115. And I'm going to just double check right now. Yeah, it was minus 115. So, similar price. If you parlay Zhilei Zhang with Anthony Joshua, you could probably get some decent odds. Even if you do the money line, actually, you can get some pretty decent odds on that. You get like minus 120-ish, depending on where you look. So Zhilei Zhang, I think, wins this fight by knockout. I don't know if it's going to be early, but I'm just taking the knockout straight up.
Yeah, Zhilei Zhang has looked really good as of late. He's 40 years old, though, so you never know when father time can catch up to you. Joseph Parker, I don't know if a lot of people were expecting him to beat Deontay Wilder. I wasn't, but Wilder didn't look like himself. And Wilder's been through hell and back with Tyson Fury. So at that point, I think he was, I guess you could say that father time caught up to Deontay Wilder. But nonetheless, Joseph Parker, a lot of people are high on him right now because he beat, I don't want to say this, but he kind of beat a washed up Deontay Wilder, right? That's what it looked like. And we're giving him so much praise for what? Like Deontay Wilder didn't even look like himself. Joseph Parker is skilled though. I think at times he can be a little bit flat-footed. And this fight, Zhang, as you know, he's usually the guy that likes to come forward and he likes to get it done early and get that high work rate going. He has a good jab. And the thing about Zhang is he gets tired later on in the fight. So Zhang's going to be coming forward for like the first 6 rounds. The first 6 rounds, he's going to try and go and get it. And that's why I think Joseph Parker, who also takes a lot of hits, he has to stick and move in this fight. But I think Zhang is going to be, trying to impose his will on a guy like Joseph Parker. And despite the fact that Joseph Parker is skilled, and I think, he'll have some pretty good moments in this fight. I don't want to sleep on him, but I'm just really high on Zhang right now. I think he can go toe-to-toe with anybody in this division. And the fact that Zhang's 40, he right now, he really wants to go, right? He wants the recognition because he hasn't really gotten it. And I think this is a great fight for him. I think Zhang early on, obviously, because he has to, he's going to be the one coming forward. He's going to be using his jab. He's going to be getting to the body, which Zhang does really well. Like he is very skilled and he has the power. So I like Zhilei Zhang to win this one. Alternate round betting, rounds 5 through 8 plus 270, more value there than just taking the knockout or even going straight up on the money line. And I say this because I think Joseph Parker giving him a little bit of credit. I don't think he's going to be knocked out within the first 5 rounds. It could be big possibility depending on what Joseph Parker that we get. But I think Zhang, by the time it gets to that fifth round, I don't know if Joseph Parker is going to be able to continue on because Zhang's has to because he gets tired. It's a conditioning thing. So early on, that first 6 rounds, he's going to be coming at it. So I like rounds 5 through 8, and that is a plus 270. Brian, any final thoughts before we get up and out of here?
Yeah, the way Joe Joyce got to Joseph Parker, it was late. It was in the 11th round, and it was breaking him down over the course of that. It was a brawl. Like, people who haven't watched that fight, or if you've watched it already, you should watch it again. Like, that was a really, really good, like, classic sort of heavyweight brawl between Joseph Parker and Joe Joyce. And Joe Joyce just broke him down over the course of the fight and then caught him late in the 11th round. And it looked like it was building toward that. Like, for a few rounds before that, 7, 8, 9, 10, it looked like it was building towards, oh man, this is turning into when, not if, for Joe Joyce eventually catching Joseph Parker in that spot. I remember Joseph Parker being bloody, like a bloody mess in that fight as well. So yeah, I think it's gonna be it. I think it could be sooner, honestly, for Zhilei Zhang. But I think ultimately he's gonna get the stoppage. Like, he's not very young either. This should be noted. He is definitely younger than Zhilei Zhang, but Zhilei Zhang also, like, he's had a different sort of career trajectory that also, like, and this is why he's not that big of a favorite. There's a lot of injury stuff and some health stuff in his past that, there's a reason that he didn't pop until this late in his career. And even so, the one sort of loss on his record was really, debatable at best, and probably a robbery, if we're being honest, to Philip Hergovich. So
Yes.
yeah,
Oh my God. Don't even remind me. I was pissed
yeah,
off. I've never
yeah.
been so mad.
That was in Saudi Arabia, and this one is also in Saudi Arabia. I don't think Zhilei Zhang is interested in seeing what the cards have to say. I think he's going to go out and handle business himself.
He's got to. Here at the Mandatory, we want to know how you're going to be betting this fight. Drop your comments below. Follow us at the Mandatory TKO, and thank you so much for rocking with us. Also, we just put out another segment, Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. Make sure to go check that out on our page as well. We'll see you soon.